And we need to talk more about the Tampa Bay Rays. Dan, would you agree with me?
Absolutely.
They are on fire. They've won 12 of the last 13 games. They're blowing away the competition. 13 straight games with 3 or fewer runs allowed. That is a franchise record. And a key component to that is our next guest, Shane McClanahan, joins us now via Ballpark Cam there at Fenway Park. Shane, good to see you. We were talking off camera, and you looked so good yesterday. I was blown away to find out you weren't feeling all that well. Give us a few details.
Oh, man. Just, I don't even know, like some cough or, upper respiratory thing. And not a big deal. Definitely not a big deal. So don't want to make it seem like it's something bigger than it is.
Was the team worried at all that maybe you weren't able to go?
Yeah. Yeah, they were. But, ultimately, I wasn't going to give them any reason to not let me out there. I get 1 day a week, and I take it very seriously. I love pitching, so no chance.
Hey, Shane, you've come back from a couple of arm injuries. What was the darkest period in those times?
Oh, man. I think there's a lot of uncertainty in terms of kind of that nerve injury I had. And, my arm, obviously was in a good spot prior to that, and I think the darkest part of it was when my dad passed away right before spring training started. I was finally getting off the mound, starting to feel okay. Had a couple pens where it's like, man, my arm still doesn't feel great. I still feel the nerve at times, and so there was right around that time period where it's like, you really got to like hammer down and just understand that it's worth it, and you just got to keep pushing on, and good things are going to happen.
When you come back and you throw your first big league game this year, was there any apprehension at all to let the ball go?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. And, I can't credit this staff enough for the way they've handled this situation, and the build up this spring, and understanding that there are some things I got to work through in terms of development and building the trust and the feel for stuff. And so, I can't thank Kyle Snyder, Kevin Cash, and our front office enough for just kind of allowing me to feel stuff out as we went.
So, Shane, I love to dive into numbers and try to compare pitchers who are coming off injury to the way they were pitching before the injury, okay? So you started the All-Star game. You were an All-Star. You were getting Cy Young votes years ago. So we did this pitch usage comparison to 2022, your monster season. And the four-seamer, you're actually using it slightly more this year, but you see at the bottom of the screen, your four-seamer is down from 96.7 to 95.2. In your mind, is your heater exactly the same as it was your best year of 2022?
Man, I think comparison is the thief of joy in terms of kind of that stuff. And I think as a competitor, I think you guys can understand it too. It's, you guys are competitive people, and no matter what you have that day, you're going to go out there and try and find a way to get it done. And, obviously, like you said, the velo might be a little down, profile might be still trying to come back. But, I fully believe that I'm still going to get stronger, still going to get better with the reps, and, just kind of, the time away from, all the time I missed. And so, no, I'm pretty positive with where I am. I feel good. I feel really good. And I'm starting to trust it more and more deeper in the game, and get less fatigued, and kind of build those reps and stack those those opportunities to learn from stuff. But no, man, I think that I'm in a good spot, and it's only going to continue to get better, hopefully.
Hey, the Rays dive deep into analytics, pitch lab, and the whole thing. Do you have amount of freedom that is feel for what you have that day? Are you comfortable trusting your feel as opposed to what the data says?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that no matter what you got that day, you got to find a way to get it done. Rich Hill told me that you're going to have like 5 days where you feel great, 5 days where you feel terrible, and the rest you kind of just got to figure out. And, for me, I take a lot of pride in going out there and competing. And, the days where maybe everything doesn't go right, you feel like not your best, you still find a way to go do it. And so those are probably the most satisfying days, and it builds the confidence where it's like I don't need to feel 100% to go out there and have success.
How important is it for you bouncing back from missing 2 full seasons to have the same manager that you had when you were a superstar in 2022 manage you now in Kevin Cash?
Yeah, Cashy he's been huge in this entire process, and so is our pitching coach, Kyle Snyder. And they've built that confidence in me. They like, hey, let's go, Mac. You know who you are, be who you are. And so it's like, you know what, you're right. Like, let me go do that. Let me go have fun. Let me go enjoy the competition and the day in, day out work. And so they've given me a ton of confidence over these past couple years.
Hey, Shane, Greg and I work for the network. We're supposed to play it right down the middle, not have favorite teams, not have favorite players. But I'm here to tell you, between me and Greg, you have two guys that root like hell for you.
No doubt. We love watching you pitch, Shane, for real.
Dude, thank you, guys. That honestly means a ton to me. That means I'm doing something right. And, obviously it makes me want to keep doing the right things and work harder and, kind of be that person that, you guys love to support. And so for me, that means a ton.
16 2/3 consecutive scoreless innings for Shane McClanahan, back healthy with the Tampa Bay Rays. Shane, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it, man.
No, man, thank you guys, for talking to me again. It's been a long time, and hopefully I don't have to go another 2.5 years without talking to y'all. So
no, you won't. We're going to make
sure
of that. Greg's got some connections here.
Take care, Shane.